gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
Yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rodney Perry. Welcome to the show. We do the show every day. Let me get that light. That light is a little too hot on my face. Got me looking extra light-skinned today. Hey, it's a great show today. Granny Wiles is in the building. I saw the Gossiping Heifers. Click right in. Appreciate you, Conflict Corner. Sylvia Crawford. You guys are right here today. Man, let me tell you something. My co-host for today is going to be off the chain. I've been knowing this man, shoot, at least 10 years now, at least, if not 11 or 12. He used to come down to the Monique show, and I've been on his show. He's been on my show over the years, and he is absolutely a joy. I can't wait to bring him on. First of all, I was thinking about this today. Heard one of the young homies say he don't like a woman to wear makeup. I said, hold on, dog. Have you ever seen her without it? You can talk that trash if you want to. You think you don't like makeup, but I bet your ass do. I bet you love it. I bet you love makeup. You don't even know. All right, Alfreda's in the building. Let's get my folks in here. Boom. What's up, Miss Alfreda? Granny Wiles. Welcome, Sylvia. I see you. Conflict Corner. An incredible name. Matter of fact, I live on Conflict Corner because me and my wife stay in a damn conflict. All right. Enough of me talking trash today. Let's get the homie in here. You can catch him on his Cash App, $ Big Meech 7109. I wonder what that number means. Or you can go to his YouTube page and check him out like that. YouTube.com/Big Meech, MEACH1. Welcome to the show, Big Meech. How are you, sir?
Hey. What's going on? What's going on, honey? What's going on, world? Hey. Okay.
You hit it with 2 fingers. 2 hands.
Right. Okay, right. Yeah.
Big Meech, I think you might have a distinction of being the first gay man we had on the show.
I'm still popping virgin cherries. That's cute, honey. Okay.
And it hurt too.
Honey, I can still do it. Hot damn, we good. Shit. Okay.
Hey. One thing I love about you, Meech, is you always unapologetically you. As you navigate this life, man. What do you love about you?
Oh, that's a real good question. What do I love about me? I think what I love about me is that I have taken the time to do the work with me and still doing the work and understanding who I am. My migration down here to Atlanta 16 years ago now has helped me with understanding who I am. The stuff that I thought I knew about me developed more, and when it was time to get away, to prune the garden, if you will, we were able to go up in there and pluck the damn weeds. So, honey, hey, okay.
I'm not mad at you, man. It's always a pleasure. I was doing a joke the other day. I said, you better embrace your gay brothers.
You better.
The revolution is coming.
You better.
Guess what? They still, gay, straight, whatever you are, we might need all of us.
No, ain't no mic to that. Ain't no mic. We need everybody.
Dude, they storming the Capitol, Meech. This is real.
Listen, they've been doing it. It's just that this time they did it physically. Before it has been through words, it's been through legislation, it's been through congressmen and carrying on that they strategically put in office. This time they did it physically to let us know what this means. They had somebody who speaks their language. Now we could debate whether or not Agent Orange is a racist or whatever. He says he wasn't. But what he did was,
wait a minute. Who is Agent Orange?
number 45. You know, Agent Orange, honey. Okay.
You snuck me with that with me.
Okay.
I
It's debatable whether or not he's a racist or not, but what he did was he spoke their language. Okay. He spoke their language. So long as he spoke it very fluently. So as long as he had the one-hit wonders, because how he did it, whatever audience he was in front of is what he talked. So then those audiences, you know, galvanized and gave him the numbers. So when they all came together, oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me take a little doo-wop.
Get that man some doo-wop.
Yeah. Last night wasn't supposed to come up like that, but okay. That's later. Anyway.
Go ahead, man.
But when they galvanized, it gave him the numbers. And then it gave them the momentum to do whatever it was they were going to do. So no, it ain't no that we might need everybody. We're going to need everybody. What we have to do is come out of our heads as to what you think is going on in somebody else's bedroom. Who gives a good goddamn hell? We got bigger fish to fry.
We got bigger fish to fry. Hey, everybody, my name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. My co-host for today, Big Meech. You can please go and subscribe to his YouTube page. Let me put it up here so we can make sure we handling business the proper way. The YouTube page is right there, youtube.com/Big Meech 1. Mad love, mad appreciation, man. Thank you for coming on today. Let's get to these hot topics, Meech. All right. A single ticket in Washington State wins the Powerball, Meech.
Oh,
$754.6 million.
Listen.
Yo.
Listen. Here's as ecstatically happy for this person as I am. One of the things that I'm hoping, and I don't know if Washington, is that DC or Washington State?
That's Washington State.
Whichever one. Okay, if it's the state, I'm hoping that they have a clause to where this man can remain or this woman can remain anonymous. Okay. And the reason why
do you say that? Why do you say that? Why?
Why? Because in this day and age, with this economy being what it is, and everybody is hungry, you know, plus we are post-lockdown. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody is looking for a come up. So you talking about somebody that got that kind of money. Okay, which after taxes, he probably going to end up clearing maybe half of it, which makes no sense. That's a whole nother subject about how in the hell.
That's still $300 million, though.
Everybody say that. Everybody says that that's still $300 million. But if I start off at 7.5, what the hell kind of taxes am I paying that you took half my motherfucking money? What kind of taxes is that? But like I said, that's a whole different thing. And yes,
that's a whole nother conversation.
So who much is given, much is expected and required. I understand that, but just the thought about that alone is like, how in the hell do I pay $300 million in taxes because I won $750 million? Really? But okay.
Right. Okay, well, let me jump in there. Let me answer that. It's like, remember we caught Agent Orange and he said he don't pay taxes? He knew the loopholes. If you don't know the loopholes, you're going to lose that money.
But and that's the whole thing, because see, this came off the rip, because this is called winning. So this is like you paying a luxury tax, a luxury and a gift tax or whatever, which is a different kind of tax. So you paying that right off the rip. They ain't even gave you the money yet. Uncle Sam said, okay, you know what? But here's what, well, wait a minute, let me do this. You paid that much if you take the cash out.
Yes.
See, if you take the cash out, then they're gonna take half. If you take the lifetime annuity, which is what I think I would do,
okay,
that sets you up over there. See, that's guaranteed money coming in.
But don't you pay more money if you take the annuity over 20 years?
I don't think so. I have to get a mathematician to do that, because I'm not done that math.
You can't will it. You can't will it if you take the annuity.
Oh, now that part I didn't know. Shit.
I don't think so. That's why people take the chunk.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Right.
It becomes theirs, even though they pay the taxes.
Right.
It becomes
That's
theirs,
it
and they can
becomes
will
theirs.
their
So if
children and
something
free the
happens,
family if they
whatever
want.
I still got in the bank, I can will it over. Because on the annuity, if they doing yearly, if I die, then whatever I ain't got, I ain't gonna get. Yeah, that's right. Oh, what a conundrum.
But a great conversation though, because we talked about this a little bit yesterday with Miss Arkansas. What's on your list, Meech? You got the 754.6 million. What you getting there? What's the first thing on your list?
The first thing on my list is to get rid of all of my debt because I got student loans and this, that, and other. I'm getting that out the way first.
That's chump change, though. You worried about that?
No. Don't be worried. No, you got to worry about it because see now I'm still trying to build my credit score. I'm still alive, so I need a credit score. Even though I have cash, I still need a credit score because one of the things about this country is that you ain't shit without a good credit score.
True.
Okay.
Right now I'm at 767.
I'm at 685. Okay.
Oh, you there? You right there at 700. You right there.
I'm getting there. But we're working towards that. Okay.
Now did you see this, Meech? They raised the high end. Like usually, if you had 800, you was A paper. They moved that to 850.
How about that? Because everybody's starting to get the secrets and learn the tricks to the trade and carrying on how to pay some shit down and how to build. But again, that's us learning this. See, we got to pay attention. I don't like to say be woke about it because the woke children, honey, everybody's like, you better wake up. Well, honey, when you wake up, what do? You got to go to the bathroom, you got to take a pee, you got to shower, you got to get dressed, and then you got to go do something. And being woke ain't enough anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Being woke ain't enough. Come on, Meech.
Ain't enough anymore. Okay. So, right, Sylvia, capitalism. Say it, sister. Yes. Okay. So right now, in this country, you're not nothing unless you owe something.
Hold on, Meech. You pay all your debt. What you get next? What how you gonna treat yourself?
Oh, if to treat myself? Well, first off, I am going to get me. I don't want a real big house because everybody always wanted. I need something comfortable. I want something. Listen, now catch this. I want to be like Auntie Mame, honey, in the movie Auntie Mame. Bitch, when I go into my house, I want a Wonder Woman room. I want a Patty LaBelle room. I want a Stephanie Mills room. I need a Batgirl room. So that when I have my guests come over, I can say, okay, you go to the Wonder Woman room and it be decked out like that. I need, Patty LaBelle and Stephanie Mills, honey, they are number one simultaneously in my world of music. Wow. They are mother and daughter. They are the godmother and the Duchess of Soul. Yes. Okay. So I have to have a room to honor them. And then I have to have a Batgirl room. So when I make my Batgirl change or whatever, so I can click the little thing and my thing whirl around her so I can get all dialed up.
I love it.
But I want a house. I'm a car person, but I'm not real big on.
Would you stay in Georgia or would you move somewhere else in the world?
Now that's a good question. Georgia has been lovely for me because it was here in the South that I came into understanding me. Now, I'm from Detroit, that's my hometown or whatever. Detroit will always be my home. If it were to happen right now and I had the money, I would say I would go acquire property in Detroit because right now I could get a whole city block for nothing and build.
For sure.
And an entire block. How about that?
But Detroit is coming up now. Detroit is coming up.
Yeah, but it had no choice.
Yeah.
It had no choice because it hit rock bottom. So when you hit rock bottom, you ain't got nowhere else to go. Hell, if you already on the ground, shit, okay. Only place, if you go any lower, you going down to the dirt or up under.
Yes, sir.
Where else you going to go? But up, And hell, even a seed, honey, when a seed is underground, honey, if you water it right, honey, it takes root and then it grows up. So boom.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. Hey, here we go, y'all. My name is Rodney Perry. That young man is Big Meech, my co-host for the day. Here goes. Next story. Earthquakes in Turkey. Have you heard about this, Big Meech? Turkey is getting decimated by earthquakes left and right.
Listen, that threw me. They said there were like 13 people initially that were killed.
Yeah. The
and
death toll is
counting.
like 5,000 now.
My God, today.
Yeah.
Listen, there's something going on in the Eastern, that Middle Eastern, whatever half of the world, that spiritually speaking, honey, we need to all tune into and tap into. I say this all the time. What we don't understand about Mother Nature done took a damn laxative, honey.
What you do?
Mother Nature done took a laxative, okay? And y'all know when y'all take that X-Lax, honey, your stomach get to rumble in the kiddo, you don't know what the hell is coming out, honey. You find out all that damn steak you done had for 6 years ago is going to pass through.
Indeed.
So what is happening is all of the corruption and what we have done to this planet, Mother Nature is cleaning it out. Now, we may not like the outcome. We may not like how it's happening. But the earth itself is cleaning itself up. Now, why this is happening and why so many people had to be the casualties of it, we may not ever understand all that. But spiritually, something is going on that we need to pay attention to, because my God, today, for them people to have to lose their lives, what's going on over there that we don't know about?
Yeah,
you know,
and
that
is it a global thing we need to be paying attention? Like, I saw this story, and the reason I wanted to mention it is because this could be us
any day
here in America. Who knows?
Listen, we don't know. Look at this snow. We done just went through this whole entire the first 3 months, maybe the last 90 days. We have just gone through a fucking cold wave that nobody knows. That damn frost that just came through here, that came from California, carrying on all this stuff that sit there and got frozen like it did.
Yes, sir.
Don't nobody know that kind of freeze.
Hey, but how about this, Meech? How about this? It's about to be 70 degrees today.
How about that?
That's scary. That's scary.
Right.
You right about the cold, but you can't have cold, and then turn around and be 70 degrees.
Exactly. Y'all don't want to believe global warming is real. Now you better understand and pay attention to something.
Wow, well said. Sylvia Crawford said, I heard 45 activated the laxative.
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible, honey. And quiet as it's kept, part of what that laxative is that he has done was he has brought out, yeah, baby, yeah, laxative, honey. Okay. What he has brought out is what's already been festering. You know what I'm saying? We've already had the rumbles. Y'all know how your stomach get to murmuring. You be like, "Ooh, okay, well, you got to fart." Okay. Y'all know when we fart and carrying on, y'all, okay, you pass gas or whatever, you say, okay, I'm good. You ain't really got to go sit on the throne just yet. But you know, honey, when you get that wet fart, honey, you know it's time to go sit down. Well, yeah, we've been having the farts, and then we done had a few wet farts. Okay. And Agent Orange did that. And so now all the rumblings are carrying on with everybody who believes in the ideology of white supremacy, white separatism, white nationalism, all of that ugliness that we deal with, that there is part of that laxative that, 45 is definitely responsible for.
Wow. Hey, guys, thank you for tuning in. My co-host today, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Big Meech. Shouts out to Miss Arkansas, who was my co-host yesterday. She's in the chat. Thank you for coming back. Did you see this story? It came down like last week or maybe the week before. A 6-year-old shot his teacher. So today, in addition to the story, they say he may have choked another teacher before that.
Listen, bad seeds are real. That ain't no damn movie. It ain't just a movie. Okay.
Break that down, Meech.
When we are not paying attention to our children, when we see that they play rough with animals, they play rough with their toy animals they carried on, the heart wiring is off. Big Red, what's up? The heart wiring is off. If we do not get them grounded into some kind of spiritual connection where they can find balance, it ain't gonna be perfect. They got to find balance between what's going on in their head. I'm not gonna call them schizophrenic. It's just that they're wired a different way. And then understanding what's right and wrong. Okay. They got to find a balance, because that there is what none of us are 100% of anything, honey. We can't be 100% balanced, the yin and the yang. Bad seeds are real, because what we feed is what will grow and take root. That child there, sitting up, going through what he's going through, I bet down to donuts, either he's been watching movies and carrying on where physical violence is tolerated, and he's attracted to it. You know how we got folks who are the fire starter, folks who are pyromaniac. They just amazed by the fire, so they will start a fire just because they're amazed by it. Okay.
Wow.
I believe that this child is in that same wheelhouse. Somewhere along the line, violence turns him on. He gets excited by it. That has been the answer to, what goes on, how he responds to things, and that's become a natural thing. They said that he meant to come there to shoot that teacher.
Wow.
That was on purpose. It wasn't an accident.
It's so disturbing, Meech, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there were kids like that around, but it's interesting. I see adults lose it like that too.
Yeah.
Dusty, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. Big Red, I see you. Big Red Fella TV. Thank you for tuning in. Sylvia Crawford, all you guys. Cynthia, I see you, Miss Arkansas. Man, it's just so disturbing, man. And as an adult, we got to understand also how to talk to children.
Yes.
Like, it says in the Bible somewhere, don't provoke your children to violence.
The anger. That's right. That's right.
And like I saw a situation a couple of weeks ago. I'm at the comedy club, and two guys were going back and forth, but the elder of the two had an opportunity to squash it, and he didn't. And this young man went to his car, got a gun. He did not discharge it, but he got it. And I just remember thinking to myself, you could have diffused that, dog. You could have just it, rather than egg it on. Like there's two ways to deal with every situation. Right. All right, this one crazy here, me. Double amputee. He had lost both his legs. He was double amputee, killed by the Southern California police. He stabbed a passerby. This is not funny, me. But how the hell you let a guy with no legs stab you? Okay. I'm jumping all over his ass.
Listen, wait. Let's do this. Because it's easy to go for the day. Let's do this.
Yes.
One of the things that we have to understand about double amputees is that they're wheelchair bound. All of that is.
You know what? In my mind, I saw him on the ground. You're right.
Right. Okay. Because it's easy to do. But if they wheelchair, all of that is upper body strength to maneuver all that dead weight around in a wheelchair.
Wow, how about that?
Okay. Remember, we got wheelchair basketball leagues, child. Okay.
I got my brother. He has that. He is strong as hell.
Yes. So here's where this is. I see a lot of us, we go bleeding heart salad because they double amputees and carrying on and be like, and think that it's sad and this, that, and the other. They human and they do fuck ups just like everybody damn else. Now, whatever happened to where he had to stab this brother or sister or whatever this is, we don't know what that is. I'm going to go here and say either somebody was fucking with him or he was one of them badasses and just decided to prove a point. He, popped out his blade and like, nigga, I stabbed your ass. And it was like, you ain't gonna do shit, try it, and stab shit up there. Okay? Whatever that is.
Whatever that is to get to that particular point. My thing is, how did we get to the point where, again, we're reaching for the gun first? He's already in the wheelchair. The taser didn't work. He halfway to the ground, all motherfucking ready. Knock his ass out the motherfucking chair. I know that sounds cruel as hell. Knock his motherfucking ass out the chair. Y'all would wrestle. We just said they strong as hell. Y'all wrestle like shit. But why did we go to the gun first? Why the gun first? Great question. Moving on. I don't know if you remember this story. Years ago, Dick Cheney on a hunting trip with his buddies shoots a guy in the face.
Yeah,
that guy finally passed away at age 95 yesterday. This happened in 2006.
Yes, because it was supposed to have been, they went camping. And Dick Cheney sat up there and said he saw something move, thinking it was a fucking deer, and shot shit out that motherfucker. I said, listen, we watched too many damn movies. What's the name of that damn movie? What Goodfellas? Not Goodfellas. One of them damn political movies, and they did that something similar to that shit.
They did. Yeah, they did.
In the woods and shot the shit out and killed. They killed that one in the movie. This is the same setup, and I think that was supposed to be what the hell this was. But I think but he stayed alive, and I believe that became a warning for him. And but listen, the next time, honey, we're gonna take you. No, we ain't gonna take you out. We're gonna go for your family. So government is gangster.
Government is gangster. But how about this, Meech? It raised the question in my mind: what do you want to be famous for? I mean, this guy is famous for getting shot in the face. If you could choose, and sometimes we don't get to choose, Meech, what do you want to be famous? And I'm posing it to everybody in the chat too. What do you want to be famous for? Or do you want to be a world-renowned author, a movie star, a TV star, a comedy star? What do you want to be famous for, Big Meech? What do you want to be famous for?
Listen, I want to be famous for being the person who is a giver and a nurturer of mankind.
Wow.
And as selfless as that is, it can also be very selfish if the intention behind it is wrong. But at the same time, it is also one that has "I'm a doormat" written all over it, because most people don't know how to accept love and kindness and friendship and just
how about that? Yeah,
we don't know how to accept it because it's always given with conditions or some kind of string attached. And when you receive it, we end up wanting it more of it like a sponge. So we soak it up. And so that's how folks come back and they want it and they just receive. You got givers and you have receivers.
Hold on, me. Sylvia said she was a doormat. Give, and you're like, wow.
Okay. All right.
Cynthia says, I want to be famous for helping lead more people to God. Come on now.
All right.
What this one says. Oh, Big Red says he want to be famous. The entertainer who made a change.
Okay.
Wilder says she want to be famous for loving people. That's beautiful, man.
Now, you know what? Let me challenge y'all. I want to push y'all on that. Because right now, those are surface answers. Let's dig deep with that. Because when you say loving people, remember, there's also tough love, because there's some folks that where you got to lead, you got to show them the rough side of love. There's some folks, when you say leading folks to God, sometimes you got to let them hit rock bottom in order for God to work.
Wow.
And to manifest and to show up. So when we say that, we got to dig deep, because that surface answer, honey, gets us in trouble a lot of times. That's how we become the doormats, because a lot of us will sit up there and play the "What Would Jesus Do" card, and we forget that at one point in time, Jesus flipped over the damn tables too.
Yo, hey, y'all, my name is Rodney Perry. Tune in to Rodney Perry Live. We got some more hot topics, and we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna ask me some questions, man. I said we need to do a question, because I think that one of the problems with heterosexual and homosexual people is we don't talk enough. We don't have the conversation. So up next, Ask a Gay Dude. Starring
I'm ready. Bring it. I got you.
Bring it on. It's gonna be great.
I got you.
I already know. Hey, y'all, I'm Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. Let's get a commercial up here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. We'll be right back.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
We are back in full effect. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live. We do this show every day. If you're on YouTube or Facebook or Media Room 360, or you can check us out in the podcast space. You might be listening to the show. And even you guys that's always listening, you go to audioboom.com. You can listen to the show there, or Apple Music, anywhere they get podcasts. You can listen to the show and listen to my co-host and myself as we talk about the hot topics of the day and everything else we talk about. All right, it is time. I think this dude is absolutely an incredible talent. Like I said before we went to break, a lot of times the biggest problem with us in our respective communities that we don't have conversations, we don't talk. Ladies and gentlemen, joining the show, you can catch him on his YouTube channel, Big Meech 1. Big Meech.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what are you sipping on?
Oh, you know what? It's too early. It's too early, for alcoholic beverages. But I stopped off at Miss Burger King, honey. Got me a little Vittle. Okay.
Wait. How about this?
And so
it's the only thing open this time of morning.
Okay. And so I got me an Arnold Palmer. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yo, that you can't go wrong with that. All right, Big Meech, as a gay dude. Let's start here. Were you always, did you know who you, I mean, I know you kind of spoke to it a little bit earlier. Did you know you were gay as a young man?
Yes, but at the time, there were no words for me.
Okay.
There were no words for it. All I remember, now this is very interesting because Dr. Umar Johnson and I got into a real cute discussion about this. Okay. I interviewed him, and when I told him my story, he wanted to tell me something different. I said, man, I don't care what your degree say, I know me. But when I was younger, I always noticed that seeing a man without his shirt on, mowing the grass and carrying on, my palms will always get sweaty. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you a young man. You don't know what that is?
5 years old. 5. Wow. I was 5 years old, and my parents were still together at this point. I'm the firstborn of 4 children.
Oh, wow.
So I always knew that there was something about that. I had no words. All I knew, I would stop and stare, and I just could not move because I was just mesmerized by it. And I always loved big guys because my father was a big dude. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that just did something. And over the years, I come to realize that what that was. I like girls, because that's what boys were supposed to do. And I knew that I liked girls, but it did not click. That thing didn't click until I was 12, and I had the first time I had sex with a guy.
Okay. Now, did that first guy take advantage of you at all?
No. Well, let me go back. And let me
tell you why I asked you that. Because my mother painted the story of her my father as a love story for many years. But when she looked back, when the Me Too movement was happening, she's like, right, he took advantage of me because he was older.
Yeah.
But that's why I asked that.
And that's very good that she came to realize that. Yeah, I know y'all see me with my Wonder Woman bracelets on. Okay, so yeah, okay, I thought
that was Wakanda.
It's a combination. I am Queen Ramonda, honey, and Wonder Woman wrapped in one, honey. But anyway, let me say this, because oftentimes a lot of folks will say, "Oh, well, you had to been touched by somebody, and this, that, and the other, and all that," and I was, but I was touched by a female. Okay. And
which opens you up sexually anyway.
Exactly. When I was, my attraction to older guys came because I used to always hang around older guys in the community. Now, as they were seeking out their sexual identity, they used me as the ploy. Now it was physical, but it wasn't physical because there was no penetration or anything like that. It was skin on skin action, and then most of the time with my clothes up.
Mhm.
Okay, but
still intimate.
right, wonderful word.
Mhm.
But I wasn't touched, to understand sex and carry on. It was a female who did that. I had a cousin a female cousin, that one of the ones that we had locked away because she had she was disabled, mentally disabled.
Oh, wow.
And she was enthralled. That girl came in on the bathroom on me and hiked her leg up on the toilet, on the bathtub, baby, naked as a jaybird, honey, and was trying to get me to sexually assault her as she grabbed me.
Wow.
And it scared the shit out of me, honey. So and since that time, I had never ever went back over to that house and went inside. Plus, I hated going over to the house because it smelled like old lima beans.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she did that, and I was definitely afraid. And then fast forward, I had a sexual experimentation with an older cousin. Okay, because at that time my dad used to keep his porn and stuff around, so I was exposed to sex very early. Plus,
Right.
I'm one of them precocious kids who it should be a law against. I done caught my parents fucking so many times, child. They need to listen.
Get
Okay,
it.
I'm scarred for life. Okay,
Nobody wants to see that.
listen. Damn it, and my mama kikied it. I've never to see my mama girl out, honey, was just too much for me. Okay, but at the same time, I've been exposed to sex and carrying on. Plus, with me knowing that I was not as masculine as most kids, that there was a turnoff for my dad, because as the firstborn,
that was my next question: was your father supportive at all?
Hell no. Oh, hell no. A lot of the stuff that I had blamed myself for, because he was very abusive with my mother, and I blame myself for that because I thought it was my fault. My mother taught me how to cook and clean and wash dishes and this, that, and the other. And my dad is one of 12 kids.
Was your relationship with your dad compounded by the fact you were the number one? You the eldest son.
Yes. And I looked at the time we looked at identical. Now I'm an amalgamation of both of them.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, my mother took me somewhere, and an old high school friend of my dad's saw me. He said, "Dad, he looked like this guy I used to go to school with." And my mother, "Well, that's my husband." So at that time, I'm your firstborn, and the time that he had with his father, my grandfather didn't like me. My grandfather did not like me because when I was born, I was real high yellow. And my grandfather, coming from the southern states, did not want any of his sons to have dark-skinned women. So my mother told me when I was born that my grandfather told my dad, "That ain't your baby, because don't nothing that light come out of nothing that dark."
Wow, how about that?
Yeah. So my dad trying to prove something. And mind you, let me put this into perspective. My birthday is March 4th. My dad's birthday is November 26th. Okay. My dad was just a 4 month into turning 16 when I was born.
Wow.
Okay. My mother was 19 going on 20, because her birthday is May 22nd. Well, was. She passed on now. May 22nd. Okay. So you're talking about young kids who were told that ain't none of your baby. Okay. So now
how do you deal with that? Yeah,
exactly. How do you deal with it? So now my dad, in his efforts of wanting to show his manhood and assert himself, and now you got a son, it became that dynamic. And now your oldest son is fruity. That was the words we used back in the day.
Hey, let's take some questions. Cynthia says, "Do you feel like you were born gay?"
All day. That's my testimony, honey. That's my testimony.
All right, see what Sylvia says here. There's no real legit difference between gay or non-gay. You're still seeking to achieve the same euphoric feeling. or being. Is that true?
You know what? Let me say this, and I'm going to. I think I like that. I think I like what she says. One of the things that is innate to all of us is attraction, because it's not so much as gay or whatever. That's the thing. It's attraction. No one knows or can tell you why they like something. All you know is whatever goes on up in here, it just happens. You don't know why you're gravitated to that. You don't know why you like that. Good,
Wow.
bad, or indifferent. Like we were talking about earlier in the show, folks are just prone to it. So folks they have a talent for it. They're attracted to certain things. No one knows why. So for me, I realized that, yeah, I like girls, but my attraction to boys and men was so much stronger. And that's when the heavens sang and the bells whistled and the mountains crumbled and carried on. Because I had sex with girls, but it was sex and it wasn't fun. Okay, it was sex. Okay. But
do you want children?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. But what God has done for me, honey, God has blessed me to be a mother of a house. And in that, another one of those giving situations, I have raised the world. Okay, I have raised the world. My siblings were my first set of kids because I helped my mother raise my siblings when she left my dad. Okay, so a lot of that, they're like my kids to me, and then they're parents now, so they're my nieces and my nephews, but they feel like my grandkids in a lot of respects. But I have kids, as far as they may not be biological, but I have children. I've lost children to carry on. My son was killed a couple of years ago now, and it's been rough. It's been 2021 has been a rough year for me, and but biological to say that my seed is still here, I would love that. But what I can say is this: if I don't have any biological children, honey, I've left my mark because I've raised some beautiful babies.
Well done. Cynthia Rose said, is a guy gay if he always trying to hit it from the back?
You know what? Why did y'all like asking that goddamn question? Because I'm gonna tell you something.
Now, and also is hit it from the back. Hit it from the back and anal sex is two different things.
Well, exactly. But see, women set themselves up for that question because you don't like the answer. You don't like the answer. If a man is experimenting sexually and finds out that he likes something, see, men, one of the things about men and being a male is that we don't have the luxury to understand our bodies the way women do. The way women do. Women's. Know what I sound like? That? What's the child's name? Okay, or women's. Okay, I'm delivered. Okay,
yeah, I'm delivered. Yeah.
But men do not have the affordability to learn their bodies like women do. Y'all got classes. Y'all know about Kegel muscles that carrying on. Y'all know the inner workings of trying to find your G spot, your A spot, the this spot, the that spot. Men, if we were to explore that, and I'm gonna put words in the mouths of heterosexuals. I'm not a heterosexual man, but I am a male. But if males were to do that, to learn how their bodies work and how their bodies respond to sexual stimuli, one of the things about ass play is that the G-spot for a man is his ass. Men don't know that because men think that that's gay. Okay?
Yeah. We have a sex therapist. We have a sex therapist come on every Thursday, okay. And she told us that. Yeah. So a lot of men, if you are heterosexual, you have never had your G-spot.
And heterosexual men won't, because in their head, okay, in their minds, it becomes that I'm too vulnerable. I've given up my masculinity. It becomes all of that. And it's very interesting that a man feels that way, but yet you want to bounce on top of something all the damn time. You bouncing on something ain't never vulnerable, okay? You bouncing up and getting riding and striding and carrying on and tearing it up. The bottom,
big red is none of your business, but I'm going to put it up there.
Are you a top or a bottom? Baby, I'm versatile, honey. I do it all.
Oh God!
It depends. Now, right there.
Now you raise a son. Knowing everything you've been through, would you want your son to be gay?
You know what? What I want them to be, the question is no. And here is why. I would not want that because just like everybody else, would you have lived a life that has been full of shame, turmoil, disconnection, disenfranchisement, dehumanizing, belittlement, scorn, ridicule? No one wants their offspring to follow in those footsteps, regardless of what it is. The whole gay thing, it's one thing to be a black man in this world. And we're dealing with all the racial issues and the this and the that. It's a whole nother thing to be a black gay man in this world, because not only am I dealing with the racial issues, I got to deal with all this goddamn black man.
You ostracized by your own community.
Yeah. You got black man machismo. You got all these women who said that that's a goddamn shame, all that dick, because you don't want no pussy. That's a waste of manhood. You got to deal with all that. Then, on the flip side of that, I got to deal with all you goddamn fruit flies. Those who y'all swear fruit flies. They hang around the gays, honey, all the damn time because y'all feel we're safe. Y'all feel, and then y'all drain the shit out of us. Every time we turn around, ooh, child, ooh, what? Ooh, look at him, honey. Is he gay too? He too fine. And then you get mad.
Wow.
If I get a boyfriend before you and my boyfriend is fine, now you mad. Because I wasn't a bunch of fads and sisters to carry on until I get a boyfriend before you. It don't matter. I can get a boyfriend as long as he, okay, and queenified and thisified and want to have hair and curls and wear makeup. Long as he act gay to you, it's cool. But if I get a masculine acting, and y'all know I like big old steak daddies. I like footballers. I'm 6'4", so nigga got to be at least, although I got a fetish for those short little 5'6" guys. Anyway, I like them big. I like big old, yes, I want to feel that motherfucker wrap his arms around me and I'll nuzzle in his chest just like the fuck you do me. I want to nuzzle and carry on to feel like I'm safe and protected. Now, to say that, when I come up with mine and he fine and built like a brick shit house, now you want to sit up there and throw me up under the bus? That don't make no damn sense. What two football players gonna do the same thing y'all did?
So have you lost friendships because of that?
Yes, Lord, honey. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever even considered that perspective, man. Wow. Hey, y'all. Hey, Meech gave it to us. He didn't pull no punches. How about this, Meech? How do people stay in touch with you, man? I know you got the YouTube page, you got shows, you developing shows. What's next on the horizon?
Oh, baby, listen. Right now, I got an announcement that I'm going to be making soon because I'm in meditation. Okay. To birth this baby. So but I got an announcement coming soon that's going to be rather big. But in the meantime, I'm always here. You see, my show is called Dishing Tea with Big Meech, honey. Fridays and Saturday evenings. We up here on the Facebook and on the YouTube and carrying on doing our thing. I'm working with my guys, honey.
What platform do you use? Do you use StreamYard or
I use StreamYard to come in, and carrying on. Yeah. And we just have a good old time over there, honey. We invite you guys to come on in and talk with me. And I don't run away from subject. And in fact, I like the controversy because we have to learn how to have dialogue and have constructive conversation versus destructive shout matches. We're not trying to necessarily be right. We want to be heard. If we learn how to have conversation where we can hear one another, we could disagree respectfully, but I need to hear your point. Everything that I'm saying, I'm hoping you agree with, but you don't have to. And it's okay. It's quite okay. And we have to bring that part of the conversation back. My community has done a real faux pas because now my community does not let everybody have an opinion anymore, because every time somebody says something, it's always labeled as hate speech. It's always labeled this and that. And folks feel as though they got to be guarded. Yeah. And that's not fair. We know what traditional folks do. We done grew up in what tradition is. At the same time, I want to be able to sit down with you and say, listen, let me see if I can get you to see something from a different perspective. As long as you can see it, cool. You don't have to agree. Just sit up there and see it from my shoes for a minute, and then see how we can coexist. Let's find our happy medium and say, this is where we are, and this is how we can coexist.
Big Meech, let's speak to this before we change gears. We started talking about earlier. You still a black man.
Yes.
And the white gays, do they embrace? It seems like they still keep the black gays at a distance.
They do. Yes, they do. This is the part of the conversation that we as gay folks don't like to have out in the open. It's kind of like how we as black folks talk about black on black crime. There's a lot of internal stuff that we got to do. And when I tell you that a lot of black folks get upset when the gay children compare the civil rights movement to the human rights movement. Okay.
Indeed.
They get upset. And I know why you do, because most of the time what's spewed out and what you hear come from white gay folks. Okay.
So it still feels like racism.
Right. The first thing we say is, how in the fuck is that the same? You can stop all that gay shit. I can't stop being black. My skin don't come off. You can stop that. You could take that wig off your head. You could do all that. They don't see that first. And I beg to differ. Because I'm not masculine acting or whatever, all you want to do is point fingers and say, oh, that's gay. Because I walk like my mother. My hips pop like my mama. I've been doing it since I took my very first step. Ain't nothing I could do about that. But what happens is you perceive something. And once you perceive it, then you believe it's real. You start murmuring and carrying on. So now, when we talk about black and gays, the white children, a lot of the shit that y'all see when y'all say, oh, it's a gay agenda, is because our white counterparts are leading that. Our white counterparts will lead that, and then they come to us because they want the numbers, right? They get something that's very emotional. Okay, we're talking about transgender rights and black trans, and because it's black, we jump right up on it. Because they need the numbers. But when it comes down to the funding, to get programs, to talk about HIV/AIDS, to talk about healthcare in the black gay community, the money don't get trickled down to us.
Wow.
This is why we have, listen, and I know straight folks, I know y'all get upset with this because I say this all the time. I know y'all wonder, how in the hell is it always a goddamn gay pride? You got June. Now, June is Gay Pride Month, right? Now, let me tell y'all here in Atlanta. June is International Gay Pride Month. Okay, that means across the globe.
The globe, everywhere.
Everywhere, right? But what we have is it's a separation because there's black gay pride. Why do we have black gay pride? Because
it's another thing. It's a different thing.
The big pride don't include us in the planning. A lot of our cultural, our culture, what we like musically and carrying on is not always connected and is not always welcome at the table. It is always the global this, that, and the other. So in order to feel included, black gay pride was
how do they not include you though, Meech? Like, it seems like y'all should have a big seat at the table.
Hello,
I mean, there's so many famous gay blacks.
But we don't. And then a lot of the famous ones are involved in interracial relationships. So their ear to the gay community is not necessarily black centered, if you will, is globally centered. You know, now they would talk, black inclusion and this, that, and the other, but oftentimes, culturally speaking, we're not at the table. So we have black gay pride. Now, black gay pride does not have a month. What it has is that each particular city that celebrate black gay pride.
I thought black gay pride was Memorial Weekend.
That's in Atlanta.
That's in Atlanta and Miami.
You said Memorial Day weekend. No, Memorial Day weekend, that's in May. That's DC.
Okay, DC.
Labor Day weekend is Atlanta. Okay. So right. So
let me give you a quick story. Let me get a quick story. So I'm in Miami, Memorial Weekend. I'm doing a show at the Civic Center, but it's also the Black Gay Weekend Black Pride Gay Weekend sizzle.
Yeah.
I mean, so I go, so we come down the highway into by the Civic Center. They got a billboard for us that's as big as a house. But then we keep going about a half a block. The whole building is sizzle.
Yeah.
Nigga got his Speedos on. He having a good time. The weekend, the hotel is sold out. Mm-hmm. I'm staying at the Epic, which is across the street, and they have begun to, fill that up as well.
Right.
I'm on Monique's show.
Yeah.
Monique got a huge gay following.
Yeah.
And so they see me in the lobby. They was like, "Nigga, what you doing here?"
Right. They came for you. Yeah.
Yo, me, I was like, "Nigga, I ain't here for that." but
they came
like,
you know what? Yes.
So I got some pictures with about 12 gay niggas that in the lobby. And they was good guys. Only one dude tried to play me a little bit. He rubbed his finger down the back of my neck, and I was like, "Dog,
listen. And this is just listen. You a man, and you know what it is when you come up on something that you like. We gonna make the play.
You gotta try.
We gonna make the play, okay? Luckily, and see, this here is what it is. Because luckily, you was not one of the ones who could be violent, and it had got to fisticuffs, okay?
Yeah, and that's the thing that we have to watch. First of all, you get your ass whooped by some of these gay dudes.
Mm-mm.
You get your mama ass beat. Big Meech 6'4". Don't mess with him.
6'4", 380. Come forward if you will. Now I'm not saying, and here's the thing, I don't mind an ass whooping either. See, I'm old school. I don't mind an ass whooping, so it don't bother me one way or another because I'm still gonna come up lovely.
Wow, man, such a great conversation, Meech, man. Thank you for being frank and having fun and being the coach for today. Don't go nowhere, cause we go. I got Raul Thomas. He's the owner of Marietta's Theater in the Square, and he's a Puerto Rican brother, but I call it's the only black-owned theater in Marietta.
Yes, I want to hear about him.
Beautiful guy, great human being. I'm doing my one-man show down there. I'm going to talk about, you mentioned this, Meech, about seeing your mom abused. I saw my mother abused, man. And so we're going to cover that. We're going to cover when I had my stroke and I was in the hospital. I'm going to talk about COVID. I'm going to talk about, just my life. It'll be roughly about a 2.5 hour show. And we're going to have a great time out there. I'm excited about it. So up next, Raul Thomas. Hey, y'all, this is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. We'll take one more break. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Where's that thing at? Oh, there it go right
there. Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey! Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What is up, party people, man? What a great first hour. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Big Meech kicking it with us. Raul will be up in a second. Real quick. Meech, man, thank you for coming on, man. Very, very dope guest. And you're my co-host. We'll be rocking through the rest of the day. We got about 30 more minutes of show left. Let's welcome our guest. Welcome to the show. Marietta's Theater in the Square. It is located, I'll let him give you the address and all that good stuff. And Raul Thomas, welcome, bro.
Good morning, my brother Rodney. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday. and many blessings to you fellas.
Now, Raul, let's get this straight. I know you are of Puerto Rican descent, but I consider you a black man in America.
Well, look at me. Do I look like a white man?
You do
how
not.
about that?
You do not. How about that?
Let me tell you something, bro. You know, I was born in Puerto Rico, raised in New York, and you can classify me as an Afro Latino if you like to. You can classify me as an African. You can classify me as a urban man. You can never classify me as a white man. I am as black as it gets, my brother. I am from Puerto Rico. We are Puerto Rican descent. We're Afro Latinos. We're Tainos. People don't know a lot about our culture, but what they do know.
Educate me. What is that word, Taino?
Taino is our native Indian. It's Taino Indians.
Got it.
Which is an Afro Latino.
Now, is that Aztec?
It's not Aztec. It's not Aztec at all. It's from the Caribbean islands. The Taino was from all the Caribbean islands. Haiti. You have Togo. You have Cameroon in us. I have Togo in me. I have so much African blood in me, brother, that you wouldn't even know. The difference is that we speak Spanish because we're from the Caribbean islands. Raised in New York, from the Bronx, boogie down, and been in Georgia now for 23 years, and doing our work and doing it unapologetically for our urban and brothers and sisters of our culture, and keeping it real. This is what we do.
That is a fact. Hey, Meech said, hey, that's our cousin right there.
Okay.
I love that. Hey, tell me about the theater, man. Tell me about the theater, Raul.
So I'm sitting in the theater right now. This is called the Emil Theater. It's at Marietta's new theater in the square, 11 Whitlock Avenue on Marietta Square. I'm gonna say that again because a lot of people are saying what? Marietta Square. We're right on the corner. We've been here for 7 years. We have been fortunate to take over this theater after its long legacy, a 30-year legacy of being an equity house. And actually, I gifted it 7 years ago to my son, Emil. Emil is the artistic director of the theater. He is an amazing young man. He graduated from Ball State University and DePaul in Chicago. He is a director. He is a writer. He is a producer. He's my son. He's my partner. He's my confidant. He's the youngest of four children. He's the youngest boy. And we just do what we do. We tell our stories unapologetically. We do what we do in the fashion that we want to keep urban theater alive. You know, I'll go back to when we first opened up this place. My first phone call was, "Nigga, get out."
No.
My second phone call was, "Nigga, you haven't left yet." And now people were saying, "How do we get in?" Because we were persistent. We stayed tight. We stayed the course. We said the truth. We did not hide from the fact that we were trying to become something that we were not. We were learning the business. We learned the business. We're doing the business. And now we made it through COVID, and we're back with a vengeance. We have now beer and wine at the theater. We have an amazing concession stand. I'm a chef by trade, 33 years in business.
I was about to say that. You're a chef, man.
I'm a chef by trade, 33. That's how you and I met, Rodney. I don't know if you remember how you and I
do
met.
remember.
I was catering an event at
was it a comedy event?
It was a comedy event for Live Nation over at I think it was Lakewood or something like that.
Are you a Live Nation venue?
Well, I used to cater for Live Nation years ago. I used to do when you and I first met. I used to cater for them. I got here as the executive chef of Georgia State University. First Puerto Rican, Afro Latino to take a position like that, to be able to bring some cultural food to Georgia State University. After that, I opened up the very first Puerto Rican restaurant in Georgia, and then continued my catering business from there. Rodney and I met years ago at a comedy show. He touched my food and I slapped his hand. I said, "I don't care who you are. You don't touch my food."
It was good though. Hey.
Then I fed him. And we became the best of friends. And turns out that he lives a couple of blocks from my house, and we're neighbors. And he's been a big supporter of the theater. Just before you got sick, you did your birthday here, right at this theater.
Yes.
And you told your story. And I remember you and I sitting in the back room talking about food, beer, wine, cigars, and life.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, you got sick on me, man.
Hey, man, all of that stuff is going to be a part.
Revolves and how life goes around in circles.
Yeah.
But
all that's going to be a part of the show. I'll be at the theater this weekend, 10th and 11th. One show each night. Yeah, they calling Raul.
that's all right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm going to be there this weekend. I'll be at the theater in the square with my one-man show, man. Here's the dilemma I'm having, Raul. Yo, people keep calling.
We have 2 8:00 shows, Friday and Saturday, celebrating Valentine's Day and Rodney telling his one-man story. At 7:30, if you come an hour earlier, you'll get to eat some of my good food. I got a little buffet out for you, plus it's included with a drink for the pre-show with an amazing saxophone that's going to be playing. And then at 8:30, we're going to start the run. We're gonna have a comedian open up for Rodney. Yeah. We have a poet open up for Rodney, and then Rodney's going to do his thing. This is a small house. There's only 200 seats. There's no reason why we can't find 400 black folks to fill up this theater. All we got to do is get the word out and make sure that they know that here we're telling the truth. We're telling what we do. We're telling it unapologetically, and you're supporting black art.
You can get your ticket right there. The link, I just put it in the chat, guys. You can grab that link and be a part of the audience that night. If you're in the Atlanta area, or if you just want to support, just buy a ticket anyway.
There you go. Absolutely.
Raul, you tell me about it. Don't tell me. Don't. If they don't come, don't act like you ain't got the ticket.
If they don't come, yeah. When you get to the door, just make sure you say Rodney's name. We'll still charge you the same price.
Hilarious. Yo. Hey, any questions, Big Meech, man? You should do an event over there.
You know what? As a director and a writer, that just warms my heart because we're looking to bring my play back. No Time for the Pain. So I am very big on supporting black businesses and carrying on. And yeah, I wanted to sit down and this is my first time in counting. You said 7 years, so I'm late to the table. But I still got an appetite, honey. So I don't mind leftovers. We finna go to pluck this thing, honey.
Well, just because you said that, I'm not going to shame you.
Oh, how about this, Big Meech? Check this out.
Okay. Right. Okay. We could do that.
You know what? That would be a dope. Maybe we can. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be real nice. Listen,
Mama Miss in the building. Hippie Goes is also on the line, man. One of the people that helps us, behind the scenes. She makes sure that the audio gets disseminated. Thank you for popping in today, sis. Wow. This afternoon, it goes down. We finna argue. My other podcast with Rito Brown is going down. But today, we're talking to Raul Thomas. Raul, talk to me about the other events coming forward. I mean, I looked at your calendar, man. You got some great shows coming up.
Yeah, brother. I mean, Emil has done it again, man. He has put a lineup together it's just tight. It's just real tight. Obviously, you're opening it up for us this year.
I need Emil. I may need Emil to look at my show and see if he can help me with the multimedia aspect of it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, definitely. We have a small production house in here too. You know that. I filmed you before. We filmed Rec Squad Atlanta has filmed you in a few things, and we're very, very fortunate because since it's a father and son business, we make the decisions. We don't have to go through a lot of big turns and big boards, and we don't have to go through all of the hoo-ha. And if we feel that is right, we do it, right? So obviously we're opening up with you this year. You're going to bless the house this weekend. Then right after that, our season opener is The Mountaintop, the story that happens by Katori Hall. The night before Martin Luther King passes away, what would have happened? It is a fictional story, but it is an amazing story. Second time doing it here at this stage. Right behind that, we're doing Raisin in the Sun. Raisin in the Sun is a classic, and we just want to keep things on the classical end right now. Coming out of COVID, we don't want to do nothing too dark. We don't want to do anything too crazy. Right after that, We're doing a tribute to Selena, the Texan queen. So we're going to be singing her tunes. We're going to be celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Even though she is Mexican, I am Puerto Rican, we are Latino. So at the end of the day, as all of us, if you look at us, we're Afro-Latinos, we're blacks. Where our roots are running with the red blood of the black man. And it's important to continue to give that to our audience. We're doing Once on This Island. We're doing the children's version as well as the adult version. Kids will be coming out of our summer school program this year. And then we do our classical shows, which is 7 years in running, The Gift of the Magi 2.0, written and directed by my son, Emil Thomas. And then after that, we're doing Frosty the Snowman for the children. But in between all of that, we have some amazing shows running through. We have a Luther Vandross show coming in now in April. We have Cotton Club by the famous Step Stewart coming in as well. He'll be doing some stuff here. Palmer Williams will be doing Palmer and Them here as well. This is Palmer's house as well. Palmer Williams comes here all the time. It's one of my brothers, just like Rodney.
That's my boy.
And we're doing some big things. We just need to get the word out. We need people to know what's happening. We got some Spanish comedy coming in. A guy named Gabi Alicea. I'm flying him in from Puerto Rico. Gabi Alicea is going to be doing 3 nights, March 10th, 11th, and 12th, talking about how bad Puerto Ricans are and how everything that we do is the whole opposite of every other Latino in the world. So it's an amazing comedy show. I flew to Florida to go see it. I put my stamp on it. I tell people to come out and check it out. And then you got to come and check out our beer and wine bar. We're doing some drinks with sake. We're doing some sangrias. We got beer and wine, every IPA you can think about, every domestic and imported drink that you can think about. And then we got an empanada bar where we're doing beef empanadas, chicken empanadas, jerk chicken empanadas. We're doing charcuterie boards. We're doing all kinds of great stuff for you, man. So guys, I can't say it enough. If you're not, and you haven't come here or you ain't been here lately, you're doing yourself an injustice when you want to give yourself a little bit of pleasure.
My
All right,
God,
guys.
Azuka. Yes.
Azuka.
Right. Raul
Yes.
Thomas, the homie Big Meech, my co-host for the day. It's time to play the game of Sweeping the Nation, guys. Raul, I hope you're ready for
let's
this.
do it.
All right, let's do it.
Big Meech, I already know Big Meech. The name of the game is This or That. I'll give you 2 things and you say this or that. All right?
Okay.
Real easy. If you feel like explaining, you can explain. If not, don't worry about it. Bow-legged or pigeon-toed? Raul.
That.
Bow-legged or pigeon-toed? Which one? Say it.
That.
It's not. You're not saying this or that. You're just saying which one. Which one of the things you'll prefer?
Bow-legged.
Why?
Yeah.
Because of that.
Right.
Big me.
Yeah, I'm a
bow-legged or pigeon-toed?
Oh, honey, yeah, we got to go bow leg, baby. Yeah.
That's right, baby.
It fits better.
Oh, God. Okay. Name brand or generic? Big Meech.
Oh, you know what? I'm a generic bitch, honey. I'm not necessarily. I don't have to have name brands because I can dress it up to make it look right.
Okay, but hold on, Big Meech. What do you must have name brand of?
Oh, name brand in my refrigerator, Miracle Whip. That is a must. Okay, for those of y'all who like,
I can't even eat Miracle Whip without saying the slogan from 50 years ago.
A sandwich ain't a sandwich
without the tangy zip of Miracle Whip.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Raul.
Okay.
Raul, name brand or generic?
I'm gonna go with generic too, man, because I make the hell out of anything. So
exactly. See there, we can work it. Yes.
So I'm gonna say generic. I'm gonna say generic.
Same follow-up question.
But for me, you gotta have Hellman's in the cooler.
I got you. Okay.
I gotta have Hellman's.
All right, here we go. We 3 fat boys. So I'm gonna ask the question, but I think I know the answer. Fry or bake?
Oh shit, that's easy.
Raul.
Fried.
You got to have it
fried.
fried.
All day long. Bake what? Don't even bake nothing next to me.
I got no. Put that bitch in some grease, honey. And if you
That's
really
right.
want to fuck with me, honey, put in
And if
some
you really want
lard
to
or
give me
some
something
peanut
good,
oil.
give me some lard.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
God. Okay.
That might be your long lost brother. All right. Neat or junkie? Raul, neat or junkie?
Junkie.
Oh Lord.
Really?
Junkie,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say that.
Junkie, yeah, junkie. Cause I'm always in a rush, man. So
Yeah.
I have people cleaning up behind me, man.
Yeah,
You
good
know
for
what?
you.
And I got to get to that point because I need to hire a cleaner. Right now, I'm junkie as fuck. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a guy that does 2 or 3 events a day sometimes. I'll change my clothes twice a day. So, I'll say a little junkie.
All right, Big Meech. Oatmeal cream pie or honey bun?
Honey bun, baby. Honey buns. Honey buns. Honey
You
buns.
don't have to say nothing no more.
Honey.
Raul,
Yeah. Honey
oatmeal
bun.
cream
Honey
pie, honey
bun all day
bun.
long, man. Honey bun. Honey bun.
Really?
Yeah, man. I was a
I
poor
like.
man.
I'll give
I
me
grew
a
up
little
poor.
Debbie's cream pie all day.
No, I grew up poor, man. I could only afford a honey bun.
I'm gonna let that be. That's too easy. I'm gonna let that be.
You can say, ain't nobody scared. Okay, here goes, guys. Raul Thomas,
Okay.
hotel or home?
Oh, damn. Nah, home. Home.
Okay.
Home. I don't see it enough. So
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Beach, hotel, nice hotel room, beautiful 5-star, beautiful hotel.
I know. I love it, and
yeah,
I
I
get
could
it.
I could do that, but my problem is that I'm not home enough. So to me, home
Right.
is like a hotel.
Right. I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm a prefer home, but I love a good hotel because I know they're gonna clean up.
Right.
You
Well, I
know.
mean, if I'm out of the country, yes, a hotel. But if I'm local, I want to stay home.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Local, I'm home. Yeah.
I know the answer to this. Big Meech, give or take?
Oh no, a give. You have to give. I'm horrible at taking. I'm really horrible at it. You know, and a lot of way it don't feel right. And I try not to block other people's blessings because I know it's them wanting to bless me.
Mhm.
It a lot of times it don't feel right, and I don't know what that is. Maybe because I'm so used to being the care provider and the nurturer. But yeah, I give. Mm-hmm.
Raul, same question. Give or take?
I'm a giver, man. I'm really bad at asking.
Yeah,
You don't have to ask to take. If somebody just give you something.
And as a giver, I don't know. I just don't know how to ask, I guess. So I was gonna say giver.
Moving on, gentlemen. Thanksgiving or Christmas, Raul?
Oh, neither.
Right.
Neither, man. They're both American-made bullshit holidays. I don't believe in either one of them. I believe in Three Kings Day, which is January 6th. I believe that that's more God-centered and
So you, Raul, you tell me you don't celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving?
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I cook on Thanksgiving quite a bit.
That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, I cook for people. I cater Thanksgiving.
You work. That's working out of that.
Right.
Yeah,
I work Christmas,
work.
and I work. And then Christmas this year, Christmas I served 650 people for Delta. So Christmas was not big for me either. But now January 6th, I celebrated Three Kings Day, and that's my Christmas.
Wow, I'm not mad at that. Big Meech. Okay. Thanksgiving or Christmas?
You know what? I'm going to echo you because I used to be a bell ringer for the Salvation Army, and I did that for 6 years. And when I tell you, I have become so jaded to this holiday season because I call it the buy your way into heaven season. You know,
right.
Everybody at this particular now, all of a sudden, you want to do something for those who are without. Now, this is the season for. Oh, we got to give because the homeless need. Well, they've been needing the other 360 some odd days. Where you at? And no, I have become so jaded to this time of the year, honey. I'll be glad when it's over. I look for December 26th where I can celebrate Kwanzaa. Yeah.
You know, I'll make you laugh. I just celebrated Christmas last weekend. I went to Florida and we did something that's called Sanse. Sanse is a Spanish festival that takes place in San Juan, Puerto Rico every year, but they did it in Florida this year. And actually, that was my Christmas. I don't like the commercial Christmas, the commercial Thanksgiving.
I don't either.
I'm not that guy, you know.
I don't even like cooking traditionally for the holidays. I'm so tired of a goddamn turkey. Yeah, no.
All right, Big Meech, curve or straight?
Oh, curve, baby. What I tell you, honey, I like them big and thick, child. No, I know, baby. Got to have some curve to a board. I can't do nothing with no board, but bounce.
Raul,
break it in half.
Man,
curve or straight?
Come on, curve, bro, all day long, curve. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. No explanation.
Please leave it. Please leave it at that. Kevin Hart or Cat Williams?
Yeah.
Meech.
Damn. Oh shit.
That's not that hard.
For me, it because see, they're two different brands of comedy, so I'm looking at it a little differently. You know, oh God, and I love both of them. But if I were to do something first, I would probably go to Kevin Hart first.
Wow, the good one. Raul, who's your thought?
No. Cat's my guy.
I knew you was gonna be Cat. I could tell.
You know why? Cat's my guy. I'm just gonna say it because he's a survivor, man. That man have been in and out, and he's back out, and he's a survivor, and he keeps it real. And if he's fucked up, he's fucked up, and he's right, he's right. If he's not good, he's not good. There's no lying in him. He's just a true cat. He's just a true cat, and I really love his talent. I love what he does. You know, Kevin Hart's okay. He's good. You know? But I'm old school, man.
There was a talk.
Cat is up there with the best with me, man.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. We're coming down the home stretch. Charlie Wilson or Ronald Isley?
Ooh, why you hitting below the belt? You hitting below the belt.
That's hard.
You ain't playing fair.
That ain't right, man. You put them both.
You ain't playing fucking fair, Rodney Perry.
That is not right. Oh man.
Shit.
I'll tell you what. I know what I'm gonna do on this one. I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Fifth? We coming back to you. Big Meech. Ron Isley or Charlie Wilson?
You know what? I'm gonna go here because as we're saying this, I'm having more Ron Isley and Isley Brothers songs come to me. You know, before I have a Charlie Wilson song and the Dash Band come to me, but I'm pumping them out. So let me go Ron Isley because goddamn it, Harvest for the World is on my mind. Living for the Love of You is on my mind, honey. Okay. Between the Sheets is on my mind. That's just running. You know.
You make me want to shout.
Okay. So
That's Isley Brothers. Wow. Raul.
Ron Isley, man. If I have to choose, definitely. I agree with you.
I will say this. Ron Isley and the Isley Brothers got crazy hits.
Oh, yeah.
So does Charlie Wilson.
He does.
This is why I say you ain't playing fair. Isley Brothers their music just popped in my head first, and I'm running them down. But you can't sleep on Uncle Charlie, honey. That's why he does. You can't sleep on Charlie. What is wrong with you?
Like before you go to bed tonight, you're gonna be like, well, Charlie.
Exactly. I know, and I should have said, and you're right, and I should have said, that wasn't fair.
Hey, man, we got two. We got 3 men that have lived some life. Give me this before we get out of here, guys. Big Meech, what are the words you live by?
It's 2 phrases, and I know one of them I coined. I think I coined the second one too, and one of them is God cannot create anything that God is not.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that one more time.
Let me
God cannot create anything that God is not. So if you see it, there's God in it. God created it, and it's here for a reason. We may not understand the reason, but it's here. Okay.
Wow.
And the other thing, and I say this in my first book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, and that there is the process is sandpaper for the soul.
Wow, how about that?
Very nice.
Raul Thomas, man, people don't know what you've been through. You know, you're a family man. What are the words you live by, bro?
So my spiritual words that to live by is God doesn't give you anything you can't handle.
Come on.
That's my spiritual words. God can give you anything that you can't handle. He gives it to you for a reason, and we're here for a purpose.
Wow.
My street words is keeping it real. Just keep it real.
Keep it real.
Just keep it real with me. We keep it real. We'll always be good. Just keep it real.
Mine is if you stay true, everything kind of works out.
Okay.
And if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's it.
That's right. There you go.
Yo, gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show today. My co-host for today, Big Meech.
Hey.
You see his YouTube page right there, youtube.com/Big Meech 1. Big Meech, this weekend, who you got?
This weekend it's going to be us, child. This coming Friday, we're not going to be. My partners, my team members, honey, Sway. They just released their new single called "The City Shuffle." It's a new single out where we want you guys to come out and learn the dance, but then put your swag on it. So it's called "The City Shuffle" for a reason. We want you to rep your city in the dance.
Oh,
so
love
this
it.
Friday. I'm going to be with them as they're going to be out in I think it's Decatur somewhere. I don't have the information in front of me. But I'll be with them Saturday, honey. It's going to be hot topics, and we're going to go to the cards, honey, because it's time for me to get down and dirty when it comes down to dating and things. A little after dark stuff that folks love to talk about but don't want to be about. Yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. Man, thank you. Don't leave yet. Raul Thomas. Marietta Theater in the square.
Correct.
You told us what we got coming down the pipe. What you got this weekend, though?
This weekend we got the big, the famous, the great, the good-looking Mr. Rodney Perry coming right on this damn stage, boy. I just can't wait. I love you, bro. You know that, man. I'm
excited about this weekend, man, and I'm glad we finally are getting this thing done. And the world can kind of, it's one thing to be a comic. It's another thing for people to see the dramatic side.
That's right.
Of some of those things. So this is what I learned, Raul. People don't know what a one-man show is.
No, I got people calling me saying, what is he doing? And I'm like, a one-man show.
And they're like, oh, it's a one-man show. They're like, it's a one-man show, but it's 4 people on the flyer. No, dummy.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you about the calls I've been filtering all week.
Oh my God, I can only imagine, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, but listen,
we'll explain it to them.
Weekend,
we'll explain it to them, and maybe it'll create another, another market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
For
listen,
to do,
people just need to get out. We need to get back out. We need to live. We need to stop fear mongering and all this craziness, and we need to get out and we need to support each other. And we need to do what's right for your soul and for your mind. If you are not challenging your mind and you ain't challenging your soul, you are not living.
Real quick, man, y'all both spoke to this, but before we go, how did you make it through the pandemic, Meech?
Very, very carefully, child. After I got over my fear of being out, when we first started masking up and carrying on, I was upset about that shit. Because I went to the post office and the way how folks were backing up from me, I said, okay, it's me. I done got mad. Let me take my ass home because I've been to cuss somebody out. Once I got over that and realized that this was all a ploy and it was about fear mongering and trying to get us to be at each other like that, then it became, okay, I can handle this. One of the things that we had to learn about isolation is that we had to treat isolation as as a joy, and we had to learn the lesson in it. A lot of us don't know how to sit still to ourselves. A lot of us, like you said earlier, Raul, we're not home long enough. We spend most of our lives waking hours on somebody else's job. We're never home unless you're on the weekends. And then when you come home, all you're doing, your 3 S's, okay?
Yeah, right.
Your 3 S's, and then you got to get up to go run to try to take care of the home. Everything else, you may spend maybe 8 hours inside your house.
That's
you know
correct.
what I'm saying? That you're paying all this fucking money for. So
That's
the
right.
pandemic showed us how to love myself, how to be in my own company, how to sit down there and date myself and carrying on, what I like, what I don't like about me. And I learned how to enjoy me. That's what it taught me.
Wow. Raul, you got the last word, man. How did you make it through the pandemic?
You know, it's funny because I stood still. I stood still and I let God just talk to me and just give me what I needed to be doing so that I would be ready for the next step. I'm gonna try to make this real brief, but you know, I hadn't told you when you caught it, you were a big reason why I started being really, really careful. And I realized really quickly when you got sick, you didn't want no negativity around you. You kept saying, if you're gonna call me with happy things, don't call me with no negative things.
Yeah.
I need to get through this. And you were probably one of the first people that I know that caught it. And I was able to acknowledge and say, wait a minute, we're the same body size, we're the same blood type, we got the same things going on. I got to take care of myself. I got to be careful. But then I also started realizing the fear mongering and the nonsense that was going on. And I realized that I needed to live life. So what I did was I bought a food truck and I went out there and I started selling food. And I made the best I could out of it. I took my skills and I just went out there and I worked and I just
Happened. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Everybody there?
Yep,
Yeah,
we're here.
All right, guys.
I wanted to keep my mind healthy and keep my mind going. And eventually I caught it. And you know, and I made it through fine.
Yeah.
And I realized that, you know, we got a lot to learn about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot to learn about life. And one of the most important things is that I don't know if people stop and listen to themselves breathe and just listen to their heart and listen to their minds and realize that every single one of us is a world within itself. And we have a reason, we have more of a reason to live than we do to die.
That's so good. Damn, that's good.
How about that? Hey, that man is Raul Thomas, my co-host for today. Big Meech 1 on YouTube. My name is Rodney Perry. Wow, thank you guys for coming on. This has been dope.
This has been fun. It's a pleasure, baby.
Talk to you tomorrow.
It's a pleasure meeting you, man. Thanks. I hope I see you soon.
I'm coming to see you real soon.
I hope maybe I'll see you this weekend. Talk to you soon. Be good.
Hi, guys.
Y'all be good.
Rodney Perry. Oh.